A very good evening to you. This is Skylark Radio. Welcome to 7 p.m. Bulletin. We are your hosts, Kunga Florida,
Lina Manasi.
On our top stories tonight, President Uhuru Kenyatta flags off national distribution of COVID-19 vaccine.
Kenya records 528 new COVID-19 cases as 4 succumb to virus.
Former sports CS Rashid Mohamed Echesa confronts an IEBC official at Bulonga Primary Polling Station in Matungu on March 4, 2021.
Magistrate declines to disqualify self from Sonko case.
On our international news, how Africa will administer COVID-19 following months of apartheid.
Kenya records 528 new COVID-19 cases as 4 succumb to virus. The total confirmed COVID-19 cases in Kenya have risen to 107,329 cases after 528 new positive results from 6,291 samples tested in the last 24 hours. The Ministry of Health has said from the cases, 483 are Kenyans while 45 are foreigners, with 330 being male while 198 are females. The youngest is a 2-month-old infant while the oldest is 89 years old. 185 have recovered within 24 hours. According to Health CS, 102 are from home-based care while 83 patients discharged from various health facilities. Cumulative recoveries in the country stand at 87,099. Total fatalities have risen to 1,870 after 4 more patients have died of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has flagged off the national distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine at the Central Vaccine Depot in Kitengela, Kajiado County. The vaccine, transported by UNICEF as part of the COVAX initiative, will be first administered to frontline health workers and those at risk. The first group to receive the vaccine is health workers. They will be followed by other frontline workers, including security forces and teachers, and then Kenyans with underlying health conditions that make them vulnerable to coronavirus. Former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko in court for the hearing of his graft case. Chief Magistrate Douglas Ogoti has dismissed an application by former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko to recuse himself from handling Sonko's case. Ogoti ruled that Sonko's defense team had failed to provide sufficient evidence to provide his alleged bias and attempts to subvert justice. Sonko has not proved any claims of bias to warrant the court to disqualify me, the magistrate ruled. Further, Ogoti has allowed the Director of Public Prosecution, Nurdin Haji, to introduce one more witness in the case. Former sports CS Rashid Mohamed Echesa confronts an IEBC official at Bulonga Primary School polling station in Matungu on March 4, 2021. Our reporter Edwin Tumbo has more on that.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC now wants former sports CS Rashid Echesa arrested and charged in court for assaulting one of its officials in Matungu. Through its chairman Wafula Chebukati, the commission termed the incident as an attack of the constitution and a bad precedent. He was, however, quick to note that the by-elections in 2 constituencies and 4 wards across the country were very peaceful, though the voter turnout was low. He admitted that voters' turnout was low compared to other elections, but was optimistic that the numbers could rise by the day. Edwin Tumbo, Skylark Radio.
On to our international news. How Africa will administer COVID-19 vaccines following months of apartheid. African countries are scheduled to start mass rollout of COVID-19 vaccines following months of complaints about modern-day apartheid on accessing pandemic fighting tools. Delivered through the COVAX facility, Africa expects to receive 90 million doses before the end of April, setting off mass vaccination campaigns beginning this week. Many countries across the continent have paid a much higher cost per dose compared to the West. Kenya, Ghana, and others have paid $7 per dose, while South Africa paid for $5.25 per dose, nearly $3 more than the West. Some government officials have explained that they were told the West was receiving discounts for investing in research and development of the vaccines. Hence, they were the priority recipients and they got them at discounted rates. In Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta was expected to launch vaccine rollout on Friday before health workers are given the jabs. Kenya received 1.02 million doses for the COVAX vaccine.
Skylark Radio. Skiza ufaidi.